So this is going to be for Loki's first war of season 33 against GT40, who always has a really solid war against us, so we're going to have to really step it up this war. This is going to be my first war that I got to bring in my rank for Spidey 2099. I had just grinded for the anti-venom. I only wanted the 5-star because he's just going to be synergy here. And since this is going to be my first real war fight with Spidey, I thought I'd boost up big, and then I'm going to use an invuln just to be on the safe side because I don't trust myself still with this champ. So this was probably a little bit of overkill on a path fight, but we got to be safe rather than sorry. I messaged Lizer before this fight because the static, the shock back at me, kind of worried me. Now, I've tried to get a little bit better with this guy where basically I just block hit everything, which is a lot of fun actually. I didn't realize it would be. So I just keep trying to control my dexes and making sure that I hit into him as little as possible because I don't want the shocks on me, even though they're not going to kill me if I do hit him very often. So we're basically just going to keep trying to bait out some attacks just to get the dex, hold block so that way he backs up and holds block too, and then I can just hit into his block to gain those ruptures. Now, one thing that I didn't know that I really should have known before going into this fight was that you can max out only at 20 ruptures. So basically right there, I had max ruptures. As soon as he passed the bar of power threshold, he just instantly died, which was pretty neat. Now, this fight, I don't know. I still don't trust myself with him at this point, so I'm gonna stay over boosted. I'm gonna start out with a power boost 1 because I want to get the slow on him with my SP3. Now, Jugs is Jugs. We all know he's not the worst defender to go against, but basically I just wanted to be safe, so I just dex out to keep up the wither because I don't want him gaining as much power as possible. I throw the exhaustion on him because it does do a ton of damage. His heavy does a ridiculous amount of damage, I feel like, but it also drops the power gain. So I wanted to keep that up as much as possible as well. So we're just going to keep dexing, and I overdex a lot in these fights, but I also have to keep an eye on the unstoppable timer, or the armor up timer, just in case he does go unstoppable. So I try to play it as safe as possible. As you can see, just had a rupture burst, which does a ton of damage. So I'm just going to keep playing it safe, dexing. I do intercept a little too much with him, which I need to stop doing, because I am going to get clipped and it's a waste. So right there, I just popped him and he went down pretty easy. Now, this is a fight that I have never taken with Spidey, um, so I was kind of nervous about it. I've taken the node, but Penny still just freaks me out, to be honest. I don't trust her at all. Now, you're going to see me overboost again. This is a rank 4 Penny, which basically nothing really changes besides she has a larger health pool, and if I get caught, I die faster. So I got to play smart, got to be better than what I usually am. We're going to use another invuln because, once again, still don't trust myself. So, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Everything that I was looking at, it shouldn't be too hard. So we're going to do the same exact style. I didn't heal up. I was at 99. I thought that was going to be enough. We're just going to block hit a whole bunch. Now, the one thing I need her to do is to come at me so I can dex, so that way I keep the wither up. So we get a couple of those. Now I intercept. With him against Penny isn't the smartest idea when she has the sync shield. Right now she doesn't have any of the spider charges, but I don't learn my lesson. We'll just put it that way. Should have dexed out of that, because right there I go in and I hit uh, her and get some power taken away, and I lose a bunch of health. And right there, I did it again where I shouldn't go at her until her shield is down. So that's something that I need to start doing, is making sure that I hit into her block when she does have the shield up, because if I were to do that, I'm lucky that I didn't get a bunch of power taken or health for one, but power taken away as well. But right now, since her shield's down, I can hit her just normal. Now, one thing I didn't do well enough, I didn't keep the dexes up, so that way I could extend that wither timer. Now, I am doing pretty solid with the dexing, but right here I got caught in a shallow dash back, and I didn't throw my SP2 when I needed to, because I should have thrown my SP2 to get rid of the um, extra power gain and put the wither back on. But now I have to take down the shield again because if I don't, then I get power burn just like that. So, and I don't want to get power burn on the SP2. For one, that's a lot of hits. Two, that's a lot of damage taken back, and she'll probably combo me to death when she blocks it. So we're just gonna keep playing as passive as possible. I didn't go back in there. That was smart of me finally. So that way I didn't get auto blocked and get power taken away and damage dealt back. So tacking into her block just like I should be. But now the disappointing part is now since I don't have the wither up, she's not getting the ruptures every single time, which the ruptures are where majority of his damage comes from, it feels like, and those massive SP2s, which I need to throw it right here to put that wither on, take her down quite a bit, and now we need a dex to keep it up. We need to get those spidey charges still ticking. Now her shield is down, so I can go right at her. I could have finished that combo. Don't know why I didn't. That was just dumb. But, you know, I'm playing pretty passive at this point because I have taken so much damage from the Spider Protocol blocks. So we're just going to parry heavy to end it. Not too shabby. It should have been a lot cleaner. Should have been a lot faster. But next time I take it, it'll be a lot easier. So now we go into section 2 and I get to use Claire. And now this is one of the most, we'll put it, interesting fights that I've had in a while. Let's be honest, it wasn't the prettiest thing. I messaged Liza before because I was a little nervous and said, hey, what do you think I should do here? She gave me a plan. Seemed like a really good plan, but I didn't listen the best. So we're going to go in with Claire. Now, the game plan is to parry beta heavy because she gets weird stuff going. We need to throw in the SP1 boost. The reason being is that she gets a ton of buffs, and rich get richer with that many buffs. She's going to get to an SP3 and just melt me. Now, yes, she does have the Mystic Conditioning, but with Claire's buff immunity, where they can't get buffs, doesn't count against that. So as you can see, I'm glancing like crazy here. She goes unblockable, I get stunned, and now I'm panic mode because I'm down to half health and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So we're just going to throw an SP3 because, you know, why not? Maybe it'll do something. So we throw the SP3. Nice thing is with the 6 stars you get the health back. Well, a portion of it that you lose, so that was nice. Now we're just going to play nice and passive because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm going to panic deck some abilities, which, let's be honest, don't know how that happened. We're going to parry because that gives us the armor up. She's gaining a lot of power. I'm not. I go into heal mode when I should have gone into poison mode to steal the power. So there was really nice. Now we're going to try to get into poison mode so that way we steal the power. It works. Throw another SP3 because why not just chain specials when she's almost full health. Now the real reason I did this was because she does gain that death touch or whatever it's called where she doesn't die when she's duped. Never been used for this champ for me, but I'm like, hey, maybe today's going to be the first day. So she instantly throws a special. I didn't know what was going to happen after this special. I didn't know if she stuns me, if I get poisoned, incinerated. I don't know what happens. But then as I was watching the animation, there's a lot of fire. I'm like, yeah, I'm probably going to burn to death now. And what do you know? I got a burn on me. So we're just going to throw a special one and hope it works, and it did. So no complaints there. Now, this one is a very straightforward fight. The champion, he's not scary. So I still have my SP1 boost going. I click on the wrong thing to double check, but I got 47 seconds left, so I'm like, all right, I got to do this quick. It's better than got to do it right now. So we're going to parry, do our combos. Nice and boring. Just a straight up fight. I'm going to get into poison mode because I'm going to try to cut down the healing and steal power. I just hate willpower, so I try to put, if I have a poison champ, I try to put it on there just to get rid of the healing. So we're just going to bait out some specials. We're going to keep throwing our SP2s as often as possible, especially making sure it overlaps with the timer up there showing the armor ups because we really don't want to see an armor up and get comboed into oblivion. And then I make a mistake right here and go into hellfire mode because you know what? Who doesn't love big damages? So we kill him right there, which is nice, but pretty straightforward fight, easiest one on the map that I've taken this fight. I mean this war. So then we go into a fight that I am terrified of, and the only reason being is I've taken it without the anti-venom synergy, and it was okay, but I forget how much that synergy helps. So basically, the kinetic transference is just going to be null and void right now because he doesn't gain any power when he hits me because of the wither. Now, what I'm trying to do is keep up, some of these debuffs. Now we need to get a dex right here, so that way we get the spider charges rolling. Now the one thing I'm doing wrong is I'm not hitting into his block, but I am dexing perfectly on all of his specials to get those still rolling. Now, the one thing that I forgot about this node is you can't throw an SP2 right away, so I'm glad that I read that, because typically I would have just thrown the special 2 right away, but I didn't, so that was really nice that I actually knew how to read for a second, and then SP2 just melts him. So, super easy fight. There's nothing to be scared of. As you know, I'm overboosted like crazy right now. I was freeing up Taters, so that way Taters could go take that Black Panther Civil War right there, and then I'm taking this Mangog. Now, this Mangog fight, it shouldn't scare me like it does, because I did take this one in the off season as well and didn't solo it once. Now, I was talking to Lizer, and her and I talked about it, and I basically said, this fight, I don't trust it, because I've never soloed it, and she's like, you're fine, you have the anti-venom synergy now. It's a walk in the park with that. She even said, I'm pretty sure this is the easiest fight that you have on the map. And I said, oh, okay, all right, I trust you. So I parry, get the exhaustion up because that's supposed to help with power gain as well. Now, all I'm going to do here is I'm going to dex and hit into his block. These ruptures are going to do 90% of the power as well, or damage, as well as keep an eye on that armor. Because I don't want to get caught with him unstoppable. Now, the other thing I have to do is I have to bait the SP1s. Like, I have to. The SP2 will kill me, and I don't want to deal with it. So, basically, we're just going to block hit him once, trying to bait the special, and then we're going to dex out of the last hit of his special. So, he's getting a lot of prompts with the armor ups, so we're just going to keep dexing out of the specials, keeping it nice and smooth. And just like that, we dex out, back in, and back up. And it's just basically block hitting, super easy. Just trying not to get hit by anything. Like, we don't want to block, we don't want to do anything. We just want to keep dexing. Now, he's up to 9 of his hatred stacks, which when he gets to 10, he goes unstoppable and unblockable. So we need to basically just wait this out. Now, as soon as I dex out of this, the timer on his hatred starts. As soon as that hatred is up, he stops being unstoppable, which means that then we can just kill him. So he's done being unstoppable. We're going to parry just once, and then dex, and just block hit again to finish it off. And dex. It's just the same thing over and over again. Nice and easy fight. And now when we get to an SP2, we're going to throw it because it does a stupid amount of damage and he's dead. Just like that. Now, the unfortunate part about this was that we did lose to GT40. Now, we're 0-1 on the season. Hopefully we can keep it up. We were second last season and we just got to keep rolling. So, thanks for stopping by, and we're going to keep doing this throughout the season, and we're going to hopefully stay deathless as much as possible. Thank you.